I'm Kristen.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is the We Share Needles podcast.
Yay!
Episode 25.
We're pretty sure.
Kind of.
We're so far away, we're gonna have to show our knitting up close.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. When
It
there's
is what
three
it
of
is.
us, it's fine. It's like the first episode where we were across the entire room for no reason.
It's true. Have you guys met Lindsay? No, you haven't. But we talk about her all the time. This is Always Yarn First Lindsay.
Hello.
We're gonna link her down below. Hopefully she'll be starting a podcast.
Yeah.
So we'll link her down below and you guys can follow her. Today we're doing mostly Advent, right?
Yeah, mostly Advent talk, kind of almost a bonus episode, but a regular episode because we're both doing Vlogmas all of December. So you've probably seen us a lot if you're watching any of that. And we did an Advent swap with Lindsay. We all exchanged Advents with one another. So we figured it'd be fun to have her and talk about our Advents and our other Advents that we each have and everything. And yeah, for our December episode.
So let's start as we normally do with what are you wearing?
I'm wearing my Find Your Fade. This was with the Stress Knits Advent that I actually bought off of Lindsay. This was the 2019 one, right?
2019,
Yeah. It was Stress Knits 2019 Advent. And yeah, I kind of modified the Find Your Fade, and I wear this thing all the time. It's gigantic. I love it. It's lovely. We could hold it across all three of us, and it would still not all be in frame.
And keep us warm.
It's incredible. Yeah, so that's what I'm wearing.
It's so pretty.
And squishy.
It's so soft.
Yeah, so drapey.
What a beautiful project, Maddie.
I wear this all the time. It's probably my most worn knitted thing.
Yes, it's beautiful.
So big. And I still have so much yarn left over from that Advent too. I don't understand how there was that much in that Advent.
I
It was
know.
bizarre. Crazy. That's all my knitting I'm wearing though.
I'm wearing my Love Note. This is a fresh FO. I'm gonna stand up and show you how cute I am. It's look. I can't really stand up. I'm gonna give Maddie the butt. Y'all like it? Look how pretty.
It's really cute.
This is my second Love Note. I made one for my mom in black, and this one is an Arkansas Yarnco's Calypso, and I love it. I thought I would need 4 full skeins of fingering weight, and I think I bought 3 mohair skeins, and so I have 2 full skeins of fingering weight left, and 1 full skein of mohair left, and then some. So crazy, but I love this thing. It's the second time I've worn it, but I really only wore it for the podcast today because it's cold.
Cute.
I needed a bigger sweater today. But yeah, I love it. This was for the Professor Pearl's Love Note Love Cowl.
Yeah.
I did not finish in time, but I only was a week outside the deadline, so pretty proud of that because my first one took me 8 months, and this one only took me a month. So that's good. Yay! What are you wearing?
This is the Ranunculus.
That's a ranunculus.
Ridiculous.
This, I don't remember the yarn, but it is La Bien on me because I got it at DFW FibreFest.
I might have got you that exact color. Is that the lobby and I got you?
Mine has more teal.
Oh, it
I
does.
did not like
I
the
used
mustard.
one strand of mohair and one, so I did 1 mohair and 1 fingering weight, and that used the whole, I think, fingering weight to finish it.
Interesting. So I could make that with my.
Scrap what you have in your stash.
It is short sleeve though.
Yeah.
Completely
Okay.
short.
I mean, this is
I could
pretty
do
much
that.
it. And then I'm wearing my Elton. The Ranunculus is old, but this I finished a month or so ago.
Yeah, you've been knitting on that at knit night.
I love this. This was a labor of love. This was because I wanted the project. I really wanted it. I didn't hate knitting on it, but it's definitely not my jam. It wasn't fun, but I wanted this sweater so bad.
Now is that 1 skein of fingering and then 1 skein of mohair striped, or is this both held double?
No, this is just the fingering, and then the stripes is mohair by itself, fingering by itself,
Yeah.
and
Love
so
it.
on.
Love it.
And again, I don't remember. I remember the mohair is from Hugh Loco, I think called Snow Cloud or something, but that's all on my project page. So this
I'll
is
try
the
and
first
find
time
that
I'm
one,
actually
though.
wearing this one,
That's
so
really,
it's
really
nice. Yes.
Awesome.
So what are you knitting on today?
I'm knitting on my Desert Vista DYERS. This year I did, she does a year-long knit-along where you have to knit from just her yarn. It can be a vanilla sock, and I was telling Maddie before that by the end of the year, if you've knit every single month from beginning to end, I will have earned 4 free skeins of yarn. So totally worth doing it.
What?
Yeah, and if you finish month 12 specifically, and you've done the whole year, she dyes a special colorway just for those who finished all year.
I know. I want to do it. Lindsay and I were just talking about this before Kristen got here. I want to do it next year, but with Desert Vista Dye Works, it's all like dye to order. So you order and then she dyes. So the turnaround time is like 2 months usually. Right. So I couldn't order now and have a January color.
Unless you found a stockist.
And no, she doesn't do wholesale, right?
Yeah. I am not sure.
I don't believe she does wholesale. I've never seen it. And then I looked on Ravelry and nobody was selling it. So, if anybody has any Desert Vista Dye Works they want to de-stash, holler at me. Literally any color. I just want to like get started on something.
I have a couple I didn't use because I'm not going to do it next year. I really want to focus on garments next year. I'm never going to stop knitting socks, but I don't want to have to be forcing myself.
The deadline of it,
Right. And this is a really, she has a very easy deadline. Basically, from cuff to starting heel only has to be 3 inches.
Huh.
And that's the only thing. So
it has to be a full-size sock with 3 inches.
It has to be a full-size sock, and it has to be started on that month and finished that month. You put it in her Ravelry group by the end of the month.
That is a lot to keep up with. Like
just
for her.
For her. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying for the dyer behind Desert Vista Dye Works.
So this is
so cute.
I finished one. This is called Winter Rainbow. And this came, so even if you can't use scrap for the heel toe cup, everything has to be her yarn.
Oh,
interesting.
So this didn't come as this came as a halvesy kit. So it was 50 grams of this and 50 grams of this with the kit. She does now sell tonal colors, both in mini skeins or full skeins, so you could get like a full skein and have it for a heel toe cup. But,
so 4 free skeins of yarn, that's worth it.
Aleksandra from FibreBound has been knitting it, and every time I watch her podcast, I like wait on the edge of my seat. Is she gonna get the name of the knit along correct? Because it's like a super
really long
name, and she
the 7th annual Desert Vista Dye Works
year-long knit along.
Sock.
I don't
something like that.
Yeah,
I don't.
So I don't know. There's no chance I'll ever get that right if I do participate.
I don't even know what it is.
I just say. Well, what's funny is I got into it from watching Kay, the crazy sock lady who used to do it, because she was local to her. They were in the same neighborhood and stuff. And so for the longest time, I had never heard of Desert Vista Dye Works, and Kay would always say, "These are my DVD socks," and I'm like,
"Is that a pattern?
Is she watching DVD movies while she's knitting?"
No, I thought the same thing.
I had no clue
because
she never said it out loud. She just always said DVD socks. And now I'm like, oh, okay.
I get it now. I'm on track. It took me a long time to figure out what it was too when I saw people doing it.
Yeah.
So funny.
What are you knitting on?
I started the second cuff for my Radvent cardigan, so I'll show that in a few minutes. This is with Stress Knits Perfectly Adequate. I'm gonna just like set myself up to get closer to the camera when I talk about stuff. Adjust.
I'm getting better at cutting, so I can do that.
This is my cuff. So I just cast on, I think I did 48 stitches, and I'm doing 40 rows of 2x2 rib. I'll finish that in a second and switch to socks, but that's what I'm doing now. And you're knitting a sock.
I'm knitting a sock. This is the Night Owl Fibers Barn Owl sock yarn. It's a self-striping in the color Christmas Lights. And it's like a lighter green and then a set like a beigey color with a bunch of rainbow speckles and then a darker green and then the same speckles. Just repeating, and it's super cute. And I'm hoping, if I can remember when I get to the heel, that it'll be a magic heel, because the last 3 times I've tried to make a magic heel, I've just forgotten and ended up having to cut in because I knit for too long.
I did one sock, my last pair of magic heels. I got like halfway through what would have been the magic heel before I remembered, and I literally dropped down and changed the knits to pearls.
Did you legit? Oh my goodness!
And because it was just like 4 columns of changing 4 rows of knits, or like 2 rows of knits to 2 rows of pearls. And it's like you drop the stitches and just pick them up on the back side. It was super quick, and I was like, I want these to be magic heel. and it worked. So if you're not like all the way through, why not?
I was almost at toe the last time I figured out, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, see, I was still like in what would be the magic heel, so I just like went back and corrected it because I didn't want to cut in that one.
If y'all don't know what the magic heel is, because we talk about it a lot, we don't reference the pattern designer.
It's the Autumn Acorn.
The Autumn Acorn, and the pattern is on Ravelry, and it's relatively inexpensive, I believe, like
$3, I think.
Yes, and it's amazing.
There's a DK weight version of it too.
That's awesome.
I haven't purchased
tried
that
that one.
pattern. I've just used the numbers from the Crazy Sock Ladies DK weight pattern, and then the concept of the magic heel. I've done it because I've done 2 pairs of the magic heel socks on DK, just from like my brain. So it may be a little different than what she actually does. I just winged it.
Wind it.
I'll wind it.
We've done this before.
We have.
We've had this conversation. I felt so deja vu. Okay,
Oh,
so now we've
gosh.
gotten. Do we do FOs? We did what we're knitting on. We did what
Yeah,
we're
because
wearing.
that's your FO, and you're the only one that has one.
This is my FO, and
My FO will take us into Advent.
yeah, forgot about this one.
So
Oh my gosh, it looks so good.
It's amazing.
this, let me hold it this way. Round and round cowl. So our
I'm gonna hold it up to the
trade.
camera. I feel
we
like
did.
Jess in the Arkansas Yarn Co. The Arkansas Yarn Cast, she's always standing up to get close to the camera.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So this is from the 12-day Advent Maddie gave me, and this is day 1. So I used my stash yarn for the borders.
I
then
see
I
Natty
just
Jade.
I just did
Yeah,
12
it's in
Yep.
all the way from top to bottom.
When did you get this? This is one you purchased, this bright yellow.
Yeah.
I was
They were
like,
all-
this
they
is
were
not
all
in your
scraps.
stash.
Yep.
Yeah. Some of them weren't scraps. Some of them were minis I purchased, but because I don't know why when I was looking at all the colors I was like, this needs a yellow.
Yeah.
So
That looks so good.
So
this is
I
an
just
amazing
did it
palette.
in order that what
Can I
she
put
gave
it on
me.
my
Yeah.
face?
Yeah, do it.
It feels so soft. Did
It's
you
a
block
magic sweater.
it? It looks
Yeah, I
great.
blocked it. I was trying to get it done for today because today was day 12 for us.
Yeah.
Trying not to get
So
rid of lipstick on
I'm a
it.
tight cast on. So like, but my I did the sewn bind off, which is what she
Yeah.
calls for it, which I found was a lot looser. So I'll probably wear the looser end, like what you have. Like I think the looser end is on the bottom, so it's easier to get over my head, but it looks nice and clean up top, tighter. where
This
I-
would be really warm if we lived in somewhere that was colder, but this is claustrophobic to me.
Yeah. I did one last year with my Harbor Fibers Advent, and I love that cowl. It's so pretty.
Well, and it might be because I am a tight knitter, and I usually with sweaters especially, I have to go up a needle size.
yeah.
I went with what she suggested on this. But I like my cowls a little more
Snug.
fitted,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
because if I'm going out, I want to,
Be warm.
yeah.
I mean, there's a purpose to
I mean,
that
right now
piece.
we wear masks when we go out, but you know, if I want to,
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely pull it up
walking-
over your nose.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I love it. So
Yeah.
that's my finished object.
It's really pretty.
It was awesome. I
I
can't
love
believe
the
you've already
colors.
finished an Advent project.
I
That's
feel
goals.
like I can name most of these. Not most of them, but I can. This is Maddie Jade. This is Maddie's colorway name up
Aw.
here. This top one, that's Maddie Jade. You've made me socks out of this one.
It's Hedgehog.
This one is an Arkansas Yarnco, right? This,
The
and
Colin
that-
Bridgerton, I think.
And then this one is. That's one I gave you, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. That's Arkansas Yarnco.
Yeah.
Arkansas Yarnco.
Uh-huh.
Mad Tosh.
Apothecary. I
Apothecary.
got that on my honeymoon.
This one is one I
Nice.
gave you, I think. This blue one.
Probably.
And then this is Sinful Yarn.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know that one.
That one's Emma's yarn.
Oh, Emma's Yarn.
Well, and this
And so is the yellow.
these are pretty good on my colors. I will say, like these two are my favorite.
Yep.
These are my jams, which is so my colors. I always say I'm in between Maddie and Kristen because I mean, obviously I bought this and I love the softer colors, but I really love
Vibrant
brights
colors.
too.
Yeah.
And blue is my favorite color, but
Me too.
your blue is more mild and mine is like these.
Yeah,
Like,
I
these are my
like
jam.
like a tealy blue, but like, I mean, I have a bunch of stuff in this color because this is what everyone thinks my favorite color is, and I like that color.
Also,
but
it's a popular color.
yeah, it is. It's easy to get stuff in that color, but it's really like navy or like this kind of minty. You can't see that, but
More
like a
bluey
greeny.
green kind of
Yeah,
tint.
you guys can
Yeah.
have that. Anyway,
So yeah, that's my finished object.
yay!
Have you been knitting on any Advent stuff?
I have been knitting on so much Advent stuff, but not with Lindseys Advent yet. I opened all of Lindseys Advent, and I'm going to show that now.
Oh,
But-
I have that too. Yay.
Look at my adorable little box. Love it. This is how Lindsay, they were all in little bags. They're not anymore. She packaged it very cutely. very prettily. I don't know the word. And
It was cute.
one of these is missing because it's in a project already.
Oh.
But these are, I don't know the colorways, but I love them. And I really think these are going to be like ornaments and like heels, toes, cuffs, I think. I don't think I'm going to use them together in like one project, but they will be used. So that's I love them so much. I especially love, what is this?
Oh, that's Spock. I made Spock socks from,
Really?
yeah, that's a Spock colorway because it's like Spock outfit.
Yeah.
It's a brand that Lori carries.
Interesting.
They
Is
come
it
in
Night
two.
Owl Pearl?
No,
Turtle Pearl?
Turtle Pearl. It's Turtle Pearl.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my Advent from Lindsay that I am obsessed with. I've not knit with it yet.
Sit on cap.
I won't. But I have plans, and I'm keeping it in this little box, and it sits by my chair, and I love it. It makes me happy. And do you want me to just like roll through all my Advent stuff?
Wait, no, let me show mine too because we can do a compare and contrast because Lindsay obviously packaged stuff for both of us.
Oh my gosh,
it
she's
was
so sweet.
specific because there's not like crossover, well, at least not that I know of. But,
No, there's, you all got something different.
and they are.
And I don't think any of it was Arkansas Yarnco because, I mean, seriously, you guys literally buy
I
everything
thought
from-
everything was Arkansas.
So I'm like, no, every time you guess that, I'm like, no.
No.
I tried not to give you any of that.
At first, I tried not
Wow.
to give you guys Arkansas Yarnco, but that's impossible.
Yeah, right.
Like, I have so much, and I didn't want to purchase like all new. I tried to go like majority from Stash, and then I purchased like some
Right.
supplemental stuff.
Well, I have to say, your guys's, you both did really good. I mean, yours was a lot of scraps, but I mean, honestly, I made it into a cohesive
It's
thing.
beautiful.
Yeah,
And-
and a theme.
And I have a
Thank
picture. You have that picture I sent. I took the picture of yours in a row, and it like
I
made the
remember.
most amazing
It's
fade.
a good fade.
Where you guys did not get that at all.
No, my goal, because I didn't do any from Stash because we had just done the 24 skein giveaway, and I didn't want to give my precious minis that I have in tubes away, so I bought new ones. But
So funny.
let's see. So this is my cute box from Lindsay. As you can see, there's a lot more bright, there's a lot more rainbow, there's a lot more pink. And your stash looks crazy because that looks perfect for Maddie and this looks perfect for me, and they're very different. And I love them all. Be careful.
I will.
It's a mess.
They're so pretty.
Yeah.
But I have all of my little bags in here. So I was going to bring them because I know you had loved them.
I know.
And so I didn't want you to not have them, so you can have them if you want them. Because
Aw.
I don't want...
I just want one.
They're
honestly.
so cute. And they're
They are
wintry.
cute.
They're not necessarily too Christmassy, but they do have snowflakes on them.
Yeah.
So they're just really cute. They're so cute. I have them all right here. But there's so many. This one was my favorite. Obviously, I mean, it looks like a little baby. It looks like a baby blanket, but it's like this like pastel-y, cute
So good.
little rainbow. And you said it was.
Oh,
Do you
girl.
remember?
Every time I watched your vlog,
You'd be like-
I had to go in my project page and find it and be like, it's this one.
Yes.
So funny.
So fun, so cute. So I think that most of these are going to be.
This one is Desert Vista DyeWorks.
Oh, yeah.
Is it
That
striping?
is falling leaves. Yes, kind of.
Kind
There's one stripe where it's speckled.
Ah.
It's like called falling leaves, falling speckled leaves.
What if I just made weird scrappy socks?
Do it.
I think I'm going to do ornaments though, because I feel like most of them are going to make really, really pretty ornaments. My mom would never let me put them on her beautiful tree that she's obsessed with, but when I have my own tree one day at 36 maybe, then I'll get to put them on my tree. Yes, this is
Cat matches my color vibe
You can
today
take
though.
her off of you if you want, but
It's
she's
okay.
she's
It's
not
okay.
affectionate with
She's-
people other than me, really. So that's really sweet. You're a
She's
fave.
sweet.
Yeah, and you.
She's so cute.
She's a
This
good
is gonna be
judge of
distracting.
character.
This is gonna be so distracting to
Sorry.
me because I just want to touch her. Okay.
Just keep going.
I did bring some of my goodies that I gotten from my other Advent.
Oh, I brought the goodies from yours.
I brought.
Oh, and Maddie's. Right, I'm
Uh-oh.
using it.
I did not. My goodies are in the other room. I'm sorry. But I got the cutest set of like Stars Hollow Gilmore Girls stitch markers from Lindsay. They're amazing. And the prettiest stitch markers from Kristen too. I have some of those.
I got these Katrinkle ones that are all hot pink and pretty. I think we showed these on our last podcast episode.
Yeah, you
I
did
feel
because
like we
we traded right before you
I
guys
had opened it that week.
shot, and so you showed the goodies.
And I have these like cute little bag tags, not bag tags, handmade with love
Yeah.
tags. They're so cute. I have a stitch marker, I have some tea. I actually brought this for you because I thought I was going to try the tea, but I'm not going to try the tea.
In her vlog, she opened it and said, this tea is for Maddie, and I got excited because it looked really good, and then she said, no, I think I'm going to keep this, and I was like, oh shit. Like, that looks good.
I'm not going to drink the tea.
Okay.
I always tell myself I will, but I'm not going
Gotta
to.
get down.
Yummy. I will. I love tea.
So, but you haven't opened Maddie's yet, right?
No, I have hers all here in this bag.
I opened all of Kristins, so I can show it in a minute.
But I'm going to put them all in that box in a second because this is going to be too crinkly for Vlogmas.
Oh, yeah.
So I will put them all in the box. Ooh, I've got other.
So this.
Oh my gosh. Kristen, you know
Like I said,
that.
you can put the picture.
It's so
I took a
pretty.
picture of them in order, so I would remember.
How they go.
So this is from Kristin. Now, as I was opening them, I was expecting super bright, vivid, but I guess you hadn't looked to see that I was also into bright, vivid. So, like, I was opening these separately, and I'm like, huh, okay, really? That's interesting.
Well, my goal for both of you was to make a round and round cowl.
Right.
Because you had made one last
So
year.
I
And I was
actually,
like, yeah.
I think I will.
I actually brought the pattern I'm gonna make with yours, which is Sprocket Socks
Oh.
by
Very cute.
Megan Nodecker, which is Pip and Pin. And these colors are more my daughter's vibe, and so she's already claimed them, so I'm gonna make these socks and she's
They're
gonna
gonna
steal
look
them.
Perfect.
Although we wear the same size, so truly,
You could just
Awesome.
we can share.
Absolutely. Well, and then I already opened the Advent from Kristen as well because after we exchanged, I thought I was gonna wait, and then I had like this very overwhelmed feeling because I had too many Advents, honestly. Like, I'll never do this many again. So I just opened these. I was like, these can't be an Advent or I'll have a parent connect
Well,
every
to be
day.
fair, you didn't plan for two of them. You bought two.
Yeah.
Kristen gifted you one, and then I suggested we do another one.
And I love them. I'm glad we did it all. But this is what Kristen bought me. They're so good.
That's good.
So I'm back and forth. I do want to do a round and round cowl. I love that idea, but also like that needs to be an ornament.
Yeah, one of them I was like, that's just gonna have to be an outlier.
Well,
So
I have so much yarn left over from these.
Yeah.
I didn't bring it today, but
That's true. I could
you
do
probably could do both.
both. I could. So I don't know when I'll cast that on. It'll be a while. For now, they're going to go in this box and continue just to make me smile. But I love them. They're so pretty.
What is this one?
I know, right?
What is this one?
That one is from our friend Stephanie at Blackbird Sycamore.
I love
She is,
I love
yeah,
that.
she's the one who sent us the really pretty mermaid soaps and like our own personalized sock set.
Yeah,
and
she
she
sent-
gave you your this color.
Yes,
your
I bought
Dagon.
this from her stash, and then she sent us a package with it when I bought it. It was
So
sweet.
cute.
Oh, and I did have my extras. These are from
Yeah.
Kristen. She got me. She did get me some wild and crazy earrings, which I love.
So cute.
And then, what is this called? I forgot.
It's like a row counter chain.
So I love that she gifted me this because for me, the best gifts are the stuff that people won't buy for themselves. I've always seen these and I'm like, I'm intrigued by them, but I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've never bought it myself.
Mine has come in handy for doing my summer sorrel because of the row counting, and there's 10 rows in the chart.
Okay.
And so I get through my 10 rows and I know where I am if I put it down because I'm not one who will
Right.
knit through the whole chart.
I guess I don't
Put
get
it
this
down.
part. So that it unclasps here. Is that where you put it on what row you're on?
No. I think that's just a separate marker.
So you just put your needle
Mhm.
through whatever
Straight
row
through
you're
there.
on.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm glad this was a great gift because I always look at them, but I never bought one because I'm like, really? I don't know.
And
so
they're
now
so
now I
cute.
have one to try.
I love them. I mean, it's been really helpful for me, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also got me a coffee mug, which I didn't bring because I used it this morning.
I saw
And,
that on Instagram. So cute.
Maddie got me this.
We're twins.
Yep. From
Mountain
Mountain
State Stitches.
well, to be fair, like every time they post, an Instagram or your, podcast, and I'm always like bag envy, and so, I'm so excited. And this bag, I think you've already talked about it. Obviously, this is my first Mountain State Stitches bag. But the other day, I took my daughter shopping, and this is literally the perfect both how it feels against your wrist and the length. Like it's not too long, where you can walk and knit. I was in Goodwill and I was walking and knitting, and it was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, it's perfect for that. It's perfect for church knitting, because I'm Methodist, so we're like up, down, up, down, up, down, standing up, sitting down in the middle of service. So I put it on my wrist and I can knit while we sing and do all that stuff. It's perfect for knitting at like sporting events, when you're like standing up and cheering. I just keep knitting. It's perfect. It's just the perfect bag.
Yeah.
And after I ordered it, I posted when I got them in. And I just posted a picture of when I got myself, obviously. But Lindsay was the first person to comment about how much she loved the bag. And I was like, yes, because it was already bought for her and ready.
I mean, you know, when you're a sock knitter, it's like, which one is my sock bag? Oh, the one with socks on it.
So
like, literally.
Love it.
Love it, love it.
Yeah, so that's all I think that's all I have from our Advent exchange. I'll show some of the markers Kristen got me.
Oh,
I don't have them all, but I'll show some. She got me one set that was little Christmas ones. So I have this little candy cane guy.
Oh, I made those ones.
Oh, yeah. You got the charms. And then this little snowman guy. And there's one more, but it's on a project.
It's a Christmas tree.
Yes. Then, one set she got me was this little, a little ball of yarn and a little kitten. And these are from Karen's Hobby Room on Etsy. We love her. Her stuff's so good and so reasonably priced. And then she got me a set that was these little coffee cups. And then one that they're on projects already. One that was a little bottle of wine and 2 wine glasses. It was adorable. I love them so much. They're so cute.
Yes. What about your actual Advent knitting, Maddie?
I have a lot of that.
Do you want to start there?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's kind of like how we start our whips, because we're mostly working on Advent right now.
Yeah, I'm almost exclusively, other than like 2 Christmas gifts. But, okay.
Cap.
I got the Stress Knits Advent. I'm gonna start here. This year's Stress Knits Advent, it's beautiful. I'm knitting the Radvent cardigan with it. I am knitting this along with Nicole of Professor Pearl. She got the same Advent and is knitting the same sweater in the same size, I think. Like, we're doing exactly the same thing.
Should we let Cap out?
Yeah, we can. Resume. Okay, so this is my Radvent. I love this so much. This pattern's written for Advent calendars. It started at the cuff. You knit the cuff and you'll do the button band and the ribbing at the bottom in a contrast color. And then you use, I think it actually calls for 25 colors. So I'll break into the full skein on this as well for the last color. So this is day 1, and then it goes up from there. So you do the whole sleeve increasing, and then you cast on down here for the body. Just cast on, it's meant to be cropped, to be worn with like dresses and stuff. And then you start knitting flat. So I think I need to finish this, and then I have 2 days that I'm behind, yesterday and today. So I'm not caught up, but I'm not far behind, and I love it.
Yeah.
So I'll knit through the body. I think I go up to color 13 for the body, and then put that on hold, and then cast on the other. So I have the other cuff almost done, and it'll be like day 14, and then up from there. And then I'll seam them in the middle. I think it's a 3 needle bind off or something like that. So that's my big project. I love it so much.
It's
So good. So I have, this is the one I'm currently working on. I don't know the colorways of any of my Advents, and I don't really care.
Mine didn't come with names.
Mine didn't either.
Mine all did, I just don't care. And that's the next color in there, and then I have one in my office that I opened today that I need to cake up. So that's my biggest Advent project.
Well, since I also have a Radvent,
Yeah.
I'll just show mine really quick
Perfect.
to show how similar we are as humans.
They look
Yeah,
exactly
we're
the same.
identical.
We are, I mean, I just got jealous because I thought that one was so pretty that I was like, I'm going to make the same one except for
A little different.
just a little different. Also, mine's coming out so small. Seeing it actually in person next year is making me a little upset.
I'm a very loose knitter.
And I am not, and I'm also behind you, so I've got like 3 days less than you,
Yeah,
I think,
something
or
like that.
2 days less or something.
Have you tried to put this on your arm?
Yes, it fits my arm. It's just not as loose and baggy as I want it to be.
Yeah, because mine's pretty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yours is, yeah.
Yeah, mine's
Oh,
not that
gosh,
loose
it's
and
so
baggy
pretty.
at all. Mhm.
Can't-
It's gonna be literally like this is exactly where I like my cuffs, the long cuff.
I'm gonna have to make one.
It's so fun. I mean, until you get to the purling part, this is a great project. And it's only like, I guess like it's probably half of the project is gonna have the purling, but
Is your
up
gauge
until
different
there-
on purling too? Or will it get a little more looser with the purling?
It's a little looser with the purling, but that's already in the body of it. So like
Okay.
the sleeve is where I'd want it to be more baggy.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be fine. I just won't wear it closed, basically. I'll just wear it open. Or I could knit the ribbing a lot longer.
You could, absolutely.
So I don't know. But I think it's fine. It's
like
very
it.
pretty. And I'm only on this was day 8. So I have 9, 10, 11, and 12 to do today.
But you caught up quite a bit for starting it
Yeah,
late.
she started
Yeah, I did start like 7 days in. I was like, I think I'm gonna do it. But I've already knit this cuff to the second cuff. So this is with the rest of my Arkansas Yarn Co. Calypso. So it kind of just blends right into me. But it's beautiful and I love it and I can't wait for it to be done.
I'm excited.
Also, both of us kind of want to knit a smaller version for one of our nieces.
For our nieces?
Yeah. Be so cute. We're cute.
Heck yes.
Matching with our nieces. Like
Adorable.
it's less creepy than it being your own child, right?
I'm gonna match with my own kid too. What are you talking about?
I don't do that. I have a kid and
I'll just do it when they're babies, when they don't have a choice.
yeah, that's cute.
I'll let them say no to me when they're grown.
Yeah.
But I also got the Arkansas Yarn Co. Advent. So did Kristen.
So did I, yeah.
Are you done talking about
my
that?
4. My last 4. Yeah. I'm done. I don't know where I put my bag though. Oh, here it is.
I was about to say.
I found it.
No idea. Okay, so the Arkansas Yarn Co. Advent, I at first was not going to knit with it. I was like, oh, I'll just hold off and knit with it later. And then I decided to make scrappy socks. These are going to be a Christmas
I want
gift.
those socks.
Which is what
so
you did last
bad.
year too.
Yeah, last year I did a pair of scrappy socks for Lori. And this year I'm holding the yarn double and doing like DK slipper socks. And these are the Magic Heel socks. So that's what I've got. I'm doing 7 rows of each color on each sock because that's just what I decided to do. There's no logic behind that at all. And I'm going to use every color. They're going to be like tall slipper socks. So I'm like halfway through the Magic Heels on both of them today. This one I need to put today's color in. I haven't finished that yet. And I prefer doing DK socks on 2 16-inch needles. Something about the 9-inch with a thicker needle I don't love. It's not as enjoyable for me to
Use
knit.
3s?
I use 3s and I cast on 48 stitches. And I'm doing like, I don't even remember. I think I'm doing 7 colors for the leg and then 6 colors for the heel and then 7 colors for the foot. And then like 2 for the cuff and 2 for the toe to use all 24, but something like that, I don't know. The Magic Heel is so flexible in fit that it's really easy for a gift knit because as long as the ribbing is somewhere around the heel, it'll fit, it'll be fine. So I'm excited about those. I'll probably end up finishing like the last couple of days. I'll open those early and finish them. That way I can gift these on Christmas and have them. Actually, I would need to gift them a couple days before Christmas because I'll be out of town. But anyway, I love them. So that's my main project with the Arkansas Yarn Co. Advent. And then the leftovers, I have been trying to decide on a scrappy blanket for all 12 days of Advent so far. And I have frogged it now 3 times. I was going to do the Beekeeper's quilt, frogged that. I was going to do the Safe Spaces blanket, I frogged that. And I have finally just cast on a garter blanket. I took my gauge. I'm holding the leftovers double with just some yarn from Hobby Lobby. This is Soft and Sleek DK, which is 100% a fingering weight. I don't know why they call it DK. And first I cast on with a 7. And then I knit for about an inch and was like, it could be looser. So then I frogged that also. Then I cast on with a 10.5. And I've done 1 row. So I need something. This is gonna go way faster because now it's like 200 stitches for a row. It's big, it's drapey, it feels so soft, it's so squishy.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a really good fabric. I did like a little gauge swatch and I like it, but now I'm gonna start working on this. And I'm not gonna worry about keeping the Advent in order because this is just gonna be all Arkansas Yarn Co. scraps. I'm just gonna pick up a scrap, magic knot it in, knit until it's gone, and pick up another scrap. So
I was cracking up though because I was catching up with FibreBound Vlogmas this morning and she was talking about you. Oh, Maddie just cast on the Safe Spaces, so I'm gonna do that one. I'm like,
Yeah.
not anymore.
I was like, I've already frogged it. By the time I saw this vlog go up, I've already frogged the Safe Spaces. I like that blanket. I am just realizing things about myself in my knitting, and it has to be mindless because the rest of my life is so not mindless, and I have way too much on my plate, and I'm overwhelmed all the time. So my knitting has to be something that I can pair with other things in my life. I have to be able to multitask with my knitting. I don't have uninterrupted knitting time ever. And I have to be able to not think about it. Otherwise, it just feels like another thing on my to-do list.
And it has to be enjoyable.
Yeah, exactly. So vanilla socks and mindless knitting are what I am capable of these days. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
You're not doing anything with the Arkansas Yarn Co.
I want to see what I'm doing with it.
Opening it?
Hoarding it.
Hoarding! It's what I'm good at. I'm really good at hoarding. So I have them
So
all
funny.
untouched. And they're all so pretty. I know, I've got like my favorites already out. But she did such a beautiful job this year. I mean, this purple one's the only one that doesn't actually fit the schema. But it looks good next to this one that it came. But they're all, I mean, this one's actually a little bit bright too.
I just love that it's sparkle, and you guys are always like,
We don't
not
really
dissing sparkle, but like you
I
feel
do
like
do sparkle. I don't like it.
I love sparkle. I am with Lori on sparkle.
I love Lori's sparkle because it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But
It's-
I don't generally want to wear sparkle. I feel like
I love it.
we're very inconspicuous people. Especially though I like this bright neon stuff. Like we don't want to like stand out. We don't want you to like notice us. I walked in here today and I was like, do not perceive me. Do not look at me. My skin is out. Don't look at me. We don't want to be looked at. And I feel like sparkle draws people's attention.
Yeah.
I feel like you should wear it just like that.
Oh.
Like right on your sweater like that.
When I was doing pickup at church today, a kid had put a sticker on my forehead and I didn't remember. So I'm talking to parents and getting like, okay, we learned this and did all this stuff today with a sticker on
Didn't
my
say kick me,
forehead.
did it?
No, it was like a baby Jesus in the middle of my head.
Amazing.
Yes, and so I had an itch, and I was like, oh, there's a sticker, and I'm talking to a parent,
Oh
and
my
she's like,
goodness.
there's a sticker on your face, and I was like, oh, this is like the
You
last
couldn't have
kid.
said anything?
Nobody said anything.
Rude.
Ugh, what a mess.
Wow.
But that just goes to show you how good I am at paying attention. Yes, so that's what, I don't know what I want to do with it yet. When I finish my Radvent, if I like the fit, even if I don't like the fit, I could adjust. I can adjust my
that's
size
nice.
or my needles, and I will knit another one because I love knitting the beginning of it. I'm struggling now with the pearls, but I love knitting the beginning so much that I want to make a whole bunch of them.
I love it as a cardigan pattern because I have wanted to knit a cardigan for so long, and I still want to knit more. But I really do. It's back to that. I need completely mindless knitting. I need to make purling more mindless because it's not any slower really for me. I purl Continental and I purl kind of weird. I knit kind of weird, but it doesn't really slow me down. It's like a mental thing of I feel like I'm slower at purling and I feel like I don't like purling, so I avoid it and I
Well, and
put off
what's wrong with
projects.
slow?
Well, yeah.
I mean,
I know,
get it,
that's
you're
like
about-
an expectation of myself.
That's like this. This is the first cardigan I've made.
Yeah.
And I think that is one reason why it took so long is because, but in honesty, I am hot-blooded, so I wear more things like this than I do pullovers because I wear pullovers for like an hour or two and then I'm like, well, I gotta take it off and put on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Whereas this, it's okay to take it on and off.
Yeah, but with it being cropped and the sleeves all being in around, so not like it's not all knit back and forth. It felt like a good first cardigan to kind of get me like more accustomed to that idea because I want to knit more. So I really enjoyed it. The purling has not been that bad. I'm like trying to pair it with things in my day that I really love. Like I got an Advent tea calendar as well. So in the evening I like turn on a podcast or turn on like Kristins Vlogmas if I don't want like other people's Vlogmases and make my tea of the day and like set and like light my favorite candle and I'm like trying to make the purling like a good part of my day, which sounds so silly, but like psychologically that's the only way that I'm gonna like get over hating purling.
She needs a cat in her lap, and Buddy has to be massaging her shoulders while she purls.
By the end of Advent, I'm gonna love purling.
I don't hate pearls, but it is a lot more tedious for me. Like, I am not as comfortable with the pearl stitch. My fingers don't do it automatically. Knitting feels way more comfortable. So when I go to purl, I have to pay more attention because I am more likely to split a stitch or drop a stitch in purl.
Okay.
And that's why it takes longer and bothers me more. And so I don't want, like, just like you say, mindless knitting, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't need to focus that hard on it. And I truly do, though.
Yeah.
What's funny is when I was like first starting to learn to knit without looking, like I was trying to teach myself to not look, I actually did better on pearls because I feel like I could feel it much easier and get into it quicker coming that way. then I would split my yarn a lot. Like still when I go to a movie, sometimes I'm splitting my yarn when I'm doing a sock.
I can't knit in the dark still.
I'm not, the purl stitch isn't faster for me, but I feel like not looking, it's more accurate than the knit.
Speaking of knitting in the dark, I cast on a sock yesterday right before I went to a movie because I didn't have a vanilla sock. Y'all, I knit a 20-row cuff in the dark. I didn't look, and I don't know how, it's exactly 20 rows. I was guessing. I was like, probably 20. And then I get out of the movie, no stitches were wrong. They were all perfect, and it was exactly 20 rows. I literally cast on outside and joined it in the round, and then got into a dark movie theater and knit a 20-row cuff. And that's like life-changing. I'm so excited.
That's super impressive.
So good.
Not me. Could not be me. I literally have to look every 6 stitches still. I've tried and tried. I'm not that kind of person. I don't think my fingers are that nimble. Nubile? That's the wrong word.
Nimble is the
Nimble
word.
is the correct
Go
word.
with the first one.
Edit. Take that out. But yeah, I'm just not that, I don't know, the muscle memory is just not there yet, even though I've been doing it a long time. I did just switch to Continental in the last year.
Recently.
Yeah, so that's probably why, but.
Completely.
I went to a concert last weekend. I went to see Jason Mraz in Memphis. And I brought my sock that I finished now, and I was past the cuff, and I was knitting like up to the heel, and I thought, oh, well, if I just knit too much, I'll just do an afterthought, whatever.
Exactly.
So before, when I've knit in the dark, I've dropped some stitches, which are fine, I can pick it up. They had like a little intermission where the lights came on, and I had added rows. Like, I'm like I must have like grabbed the bar underneath.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, why does the sock look so wonky up here? I was like,
love that.
Okay.
Crap.
But then, I mean, that was not great, but to make me feel even worse or better, I don't know, I realized that, so on the way to Memphis, my husband drove the whole time, and I was knitting on that. I was so impressed. I'm like, yes, I'm knitting on the sock. I'm getting so much done. So I must have added stitches way at the bottom.
Oh.
Because I had like 2 or 3 extra stitches on each side. I'm like, that is going to be way too loose. So I had to, like, I was impressed with all the car knitting and concert knitting.
Shoot.
And then I'm like, yeah, I got to rip back to the cuff and start over.
Well, are you a process knitter or a product knitter?
I'm a bit of both.
Yeah.
I'm mostly process.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like I'm very much a process knitter.
Yeah.
And
unless I really want something.
Yeah,
bad.
exactly. I would be like disappointed, but also like it's just knitting.
Well, it's just for the,
thing.
and that's the thing with this, with the date in mind. Even though we have like more than half the month left,
we're only halfway.
The last couple of months, I hadn't started the second sock till like almost the last week, which stresses me out.
Yeah.
And so, like, I was gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna finish this first sock this weekend because I've knit so much, and then I had to like go all the way back.
That is such a bummer.
But you want them to fit. I'm like,
exactly. It's worth it, and you're already so far in now.
yeah, I'm already done with the first sock, and I'm past the heel of the second one. So
you're on a roll.
it'll be done by the end of this week. Yep. So I have one more Advent thing.
I have one more also whenever we circle back around again.
All right, so I got the Pineapple Yarns Advent.
So pretty.
Love this bag.
This is from Mrs. Brown Bags, the Grocery Girls bag. I have a lot of her bags. A lot. I have bucket bags. I have every different size.
I just
love
have a
them.
bucket bag. I want a drawstring.
So I got the Pineapple Yarn, and Pineapple Yarn is known for her very bright colors, but she does her Advents in gradients. Because last year, I almost bought one, and I almost bought one, and I didn't. And then I saw it afterward, and I kicked myself for not buying one. And I'm knitting the V-back tee.
It's going to be so
which
pretty.
Is this. And I am nowhere, I'm not trying to finish it this month because I know myself, it's just not happening. But here's where I'm at so far. I have opened the whole Advent, but I won't talk about it because I know people are being good. So
it's so pretty. Gosh, it's so pretty. It's so pink. You know I love my pink.
So the cool thing about this too, it's hard to see because I have it, you know, bunched up. But like, here's the V part right here.
Show it up close. Here, I'll hold this.
So here's the V part right there. Now normally that'd be the front of the sweater, but as the name It's the V back tee, but it is
It's
reversible. So you can wear it either way. So I am on, what yarn number am I on? I think I'm on day 6.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm on day 6 so far. So I hate math. I know knitting is a lot of math.
Me too.
But I figured out what the yardage it said for this, and my husband did the math to make sure that I use every one of the 24 colors.
Good husband.
So basically what that means is out of a 20 gram skein, I hold back 8 grams. So I got a little thing in my bag, and I keep weighing it, and when I have 8 grams, I
Switch colors.
switch colors.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So the one thing I'm really proud of, I'm obviously super stoked about this. And I did bring, just to kind of give you an idea of where the color scheme is going.
I can't believe you didn't buy that Advent.
I didn't
And
know.
I lost one on the table. But it's going from pinks to like more white, and then it's going into greens. And let me just say, it all comes back around.
It's beautiful.
So it's awesome. But even more excited than that. So my first Advent I ever bought was the one that I'm selling to Maddie, because I was telling her I never picked a project to use for it. So I'm like, what am I going to use all these for? And then
Friendship.
I was inspired.
It's what brought us together.
Yeah, truly.
So I picked a project. I'm doing something with my Advent, but I'm literally using every drop of the yarn. So the 8 grams, what I'm doing is making a large granny square. So
I guess I thought you were doing individual granny squares.
no, I'm just making one big blanket.
Yes.
So I started in the middle with day 1, and I'm going out. So obviously, since I'm working on color 6, this is the end of color 5 right here. So I just have left me enough tail where I'll just pick up that yarn next and just keep going around. So this will be a lap blanket.
good.
That's my favorite part about crochet is the not weaving in your ends. You just like crochet right over
crochet, yeah.
them so
They're so
easily.
easy.
Oh, I haven't crocheted in a minute. Now I want to.
Well, I'm making I have Row 1 mini subscription, and I'm making individual granny square blankets
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
for this. But I was like, what am I going to do with 8 grams of yarn? And I thought, just make one, which ironically, I was just catching up with Marina, who is Pineapple Yarns, her podcast I was watching today, and she has a giant blanket like that. So I'm really excited about this. I think this is where the Advent is really going to shine, because you're going to be able to see it so well
I love it.
growing out. And I'm just excited. I'm using every bit
Yes, that's
of my
exciting.
Advent.
Then you're not stashing any yarn out of the Advent. It's all being used right out.
And so
Call me
I'm
out.
really excited, but it's not going to be done this month.
That's not what I meant. I was referring back. Lindsay and I have been talking about both trying to like be more intentional with our stash and like only purchase to like for a specific project to add to type thing. So that's why I was saying that, not to roast Kristen.
No, I know. I just always feel roasted constantly.
mean,
As a hoarder, I
your
feel
own
like I don't get like, you know, any love for hoarding. Nobody is like, oh, I'm so proud of you for hoarding.
You're right. No one does that because we're not.
Somebody should be.
Well, the day you're trapped in your house, whoever's with you might be appreciative.
Well, it'll be warm when
That's
the apocalypse comes. Even if I just have to.
If
roll
you,
yarn
yeah, I was
on
gonna say,
myself,
just in,
wrap my
the skeins, not in, you don't knit it.
I don't need to.
Have you seen the meme that you
It's
just take
fine.
a skein of yarn and put on your feet and your socks?
Love
a
it.
hat, you could just easily just stack them on your neck, and you have scarves and cowls. It's fine.
Hysterical.
Mitts.
You're so funny.
Yep. So that's it for my Advent.
We both are knitting the Cozy Knitter 24 stripe self-striping yarn Advent, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how we call it, but
So, just a heads up, I mean, this one, once you wind it, it's kind of not a spoiler anymore. I'm knitting 2 stripes a day because I want to use the entire skein. So, because it's 2 24 stripe repeats in each half. So, I'm past day, like today's day 12, but I have like 24 stripes.
I'm gonna close my eyes, so hold on. Because I haven't looked and I'm weird about it. This is my Stitching Plaza bag. This is from Georgianne. It's the Buddy the Elf bag. It's super cute.
So cute.
And I'm just knitting 1 stripe a day like a normal person. And I'm
How are
actually
you doing that?
a day
You can't look at
behind.
the yarn.
She
I
just
have it in
like
the
wound
bag
it,
and I
and then
just
she's
pull
just
it
not
out.
looking at it
Yeah.
anymore. Like she saw it, but just not really.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know that there's lots of pink in it. I saw that when I was winding it. But, well, there was no pink last year, and there's like 3 different pinks in it this year. So,
Interesting.
yeah, I noticed that, and that's why I picked a gray cuff. And I'm going to do mine with a cut-in heel, and so after today's will be where my heel goes.
Yeah.
I did mine last year, and it took me 12 for the leg and 12 for the foot. It was perfect. I needed that much for a 60
That is
stitch
perfect.
Cool.
sock leg, and I was like, good, here we go. And I'll probably do a couple rows extra in the toe and the heel to like even it out a little bit, but that's it. I've got 2 of them. I need to knit today's, which is red. It's hanging out, but I just pull it out of the bag slowly until I see the next color, basically. I don't look at it. I haven't looked at it since I caked it. So
You are hardcore.
I'm
Okay.
a weirdo about it. Like, I get like anxious and I don't want to, so okay.
When we traded
That is-
Advent, Maddie and I said,
We're opening
we're
them.
going to go open them all right away.
Okay,
I
keep
didn't.
your eyes closed.
Okay, I'm gonna see it when I edit the vlog.
Oh, you will.
Do you want me to not show it?
No, I'm fine.
I can just refer people to my Vlogmas.
We're fine. Look, we'll just pretend I'm not saying it right now.
Okay, just disassociate for a second.
Okay.
And when you edit, you can disassociate. I won't say anything graphic between now
What
and
if I
then.
just like don't edit it at all?
I'm gonna show it quick then.
Okay.
Here I am. I'm gonna do magic heel, so I'm doing 20 stripes on the leg, 10 stripes for the magic heel, and 10 stripes for the foot. Because yeah, that's right, for the magic heel. Because the magic heel, I only need like a 50-row foot. Because the heels, anyway. That's those. You did for me. I wanted to be super tall, and I'm not using a contrast color. I started with the yarn, and the toe will be in the yarn as well. So there I am. I love them. I think I still need to do today's too. Okay, I'm putting them away.
Beautiful.
They're in a Mountain State Stitches bag that I bought this last update. I love it. I buy them every update, every single one.
Yeah, now I'm officially stalking her as well.
Mm-hmm. I've turned my post notifications on for her, everything. Like, I'm in it.
Did you guys see that Mace of Skeins is doing bags now?
Yes, I was
So
just
cute. They
Oh.
looked so cute. I was not gonna try to fight for a bag or a kit or anything like that, and then I was gonna also post something about people being nice because people are so crazy when they don't they don't have enough and you don't get to buy one. And
that
then you're
reminds me of
an
something I got
asshole.
for you.
Uh-oh.
We'll get into acquisition time.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yes, we love Mace of Skeins and her bags were super cute. And
She's
so,
so sweet.
if you guys got one, let us know because that's pretty cool.
They were up for a little while, actually. I didn't get one, but I was checking her stories, and like 15 minutes after the update, she posted like 3 left. And
Wow.
15 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I was like, wow, I actually could have, but I was trying not to purchase things. Because
Usually those are gone in like,
Christmas.
yeah. Boom.
Her boxes go
Boom.
super, super fast, so I was surprised they lasted.
She had her own tea. And I was like, surely, Maddie, you'll get that. At least get the
It's
tea.
chocolate. I don't
Oh.
like chocolate tea. And
Chocolate tea?
It's a chocolate mint. 2 of the ones in my David's calendar have been chocolate, so I've given those to my mom because she likes chocolate tea, but I don't. So
Never even heard of chocolate tea.
I don't like chocolate in general.
I heard you on the Vlogmas. You were talking about that when you were making
Yeah.
cookies.
I mean, I'll eat chocolate like in a chocolate chip cookie, but I can only eat like half a cookie, and then it's like too rich.
I
Or
feel like the only time you'll eat chocolate is like the week before you're married. You know, like when you have to have chocolate.
even then, I don't crave chocolate. I guess I crave sweets a
I
little bit
crave
more.
Grease.
And sometimes I want like something like turtle, where it's like nuts and caramel and chocolate, but I
yes.
wouldn't want something just chocolate. It has
Right.
to have the other flavors too. So yeah, that's, I don't know, it's weird, but
Yeah, it's true. You're more of like a pie person, like a fruity pie person.
yes, I would always prefer something fruity for dessert.
Yeah, or ice cream. We do a lot
Yeah.
of ice cream too.
And it's like
Sounds
vanilla ice cream. I would never order chocolate ice cream. Like
Cherry limeade.
yes,
You guys, seriously.
Oh, I want a cherry limeade. I had one last night too.
I did too. I'll probably go get one. I'm going, after we're done filming, I'm going to Cabot. I probably shouldn't have said Cabot. Does it matter? No, my brother lives in Cabot. You don't know anything about that.
Cabot's pretty big.
Mm-hmm. My niece got to come home from the hospital today. So whenever we finish, assuming we don't take 2 more hours to film this, which we won't, I'm going to go and hold my baby niece for the very first time. And I'm so excited. But there's a Sonic on the way. I started that today. I'm going to get a cherry.
There's
ice cream
probably
on the way.
like 20 sonnets on the way.
Yeah, literally.
So like when I lived in California, Sonic wasn't really a thing, but we had one. And so we were always confused, like, what do? You go up and you order it and then they bring
Right.
it out to your car? Like, why can't you just go in? Why don't they have a drive-through? It was just like a joke. Like,
Yeah.
we would not go to Sonic. But now it's just, that's my
It is a
go-to.
big southern thing because I'm from Illinois, And we had like 2 Sonics where I'm from, but they weren't super popular. Like here, I see Sonics more in small towns than McDonald's.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I grew up in Northwest Arkansas, up in like the Fayetteville, Springdale area, and all of our Sonics there had drive-thrus as well as the stalls. And the majority of them also had lobbies, because Sonics used to have a lobby you could go home and sit in, at least in Northwest Arkansas. And they've gotten rid of them now, but you could go inside and eat in a Sonic there, or choose a stall or the drive-thru. So it's different now. But I always do the stall. Even when they have a drive-thru, I never go through it. But some of them still do. The one in Jacksonville, where I lived before here, they had a drive-thru too.
I'm trying to think if I have any other knitting. I have my mom's nurse's sweater. Oh, we never showed these on podcast.
Oh my gosh, yeah!
This is the one I picked.
Mine's the other
I
one.
actually ended up changing it because we gave one to Kara from the Advent. And so this is the one I ended up, this is from Johnny Bow Dyes, right?
Yeah.
It's Nitty Bow Fiber Co. is what it is.
Johnny Bow Fiber Co., I think. Right?
Nitty Bow.
Oh,
yes.
I thought it was Johnny.
It's Nitty Bow. He's Johnny Bow Dyes, but Nitty Bow Fiber Co. is Aquila and John's like yarn company. I don't know. They sell lots of other stuff now, but this is a ball beanie. It is like a yarn cozy.
So good.
And she cranks them. And I don't know whose yarn this is that she cranked, but this is so pretty. I wasn't sure if it was Johnny's or what, but
She said none of the ones we got were.
I love it so much. And they're pretty inexpensive too for a cranked cozy.
Yeah.
These are my favorite kind of cozies, is the knitted ones. So I think it's just a 1x1 rib maybe. I can't really tell.
Looks like it to me.
But it's beautiful, and we got 2 of them, right?
She sent 3. One for each of us and one for a giveaway.
Yeah.
So mine's in the other room. I've also ordered tubes from her twice now. She's cranked for me twice. This is Johnny Bow's yarn that he dyed. I have it next to me because this is going to be cut apart into Christmas gifts soon. This is only 100 grams.
Oh my gosh. That's what 100 grams gets you in a sock?
The full, I didn't have any held back. So it's going to be obviously at least 2 socks. But even that, what the heck? It could probably, straight up, y'all, this could probably be 4 socks.
Yeah.
At least 3 pairs. Well, no. Because
2 full pairs and then maybe
2
a
full
shorty.
pairs, yeah.
Probably 2. Anyway, so yeah, that's going to be Christmas gifts. And then she also cranked, I have some other tubes in the room, but some Felici for me. These I'm currently cutting apart as a Christmas gift. So those were cranked by her, and they're incredible, and it was fast, and it's like $10 per tube. It's so cheap. And then I only have to knit heels, toes, and cuffs. It's incredible for gifts. Love it so much.
We're going to link them down below because that cranking service is amazing.
So good. And it's cheaper if you get Johnny Bow's yarn. Like if you order his yarn and just have it cranked, it's like an add-on. So it's not the full $10. I can't remember what it is, but it's like a percentage
I think
off.
you said it was $16 to get it cranked. Like if you send it in.
And then 10 maybe if it's
10
not.
if it's from him. That
probably.
might be where I'm getting
Yeah.
10. Yeah.
But that's really cool.
That's totally great, yeah, because it's a lot of knitting.
Should we go into acquisitions now?
Yeah.
Or do you have any other knitting to show?
I have some other knitting,
Oh,
but
I have one more thing.
not like Adventy knitting. Yeah, show your shawl.
Okay, so I participated in my crazy bag of Shirley Bryan yarn. You ever
Love
seen her
it.
logo?
No.
With the little dinosaur arms knitting.
So cute.
I participated in Hoagie Locatelli's test knit for the collective shawl. I obviously didn't finish, but she had enough information. Let me see if I can get closer. This is my first brioche ever that I have done.
You did so good. That was
So,
cool.
now of course, you know, when you look at your own knitting, you see all the mistakes. So I see in these first 2 sections, to me, it looks so wonky. But I feel like section 3 is when I got my stride and I was like, okay, I got this. And so I'm really excited. I'm gonna do one more color and then the white. And I'm using, I don't remember the colorway, but my main color, so this uses 1 full skein as the main, which is I'm using a Tippy Tree yarn. And then I had a 5 mini pack from Happy Mermaid Yarn, who's on Etsy. And I had these, it's 3 blues and 2 pinks with a tweed, which I thought went with the yarn really well. And I really had a good time. I'm already looking at other brioche projects now. But it was nice to, I mean, Hoagie is an awesome person to test for because she is so laid back and she is my favorite designer. And and she was looking for people who were new to brioche because she wanted the pattern to be brioche beginner friendly.
Yeah.
So, and this definitely is that. Like I said, the first 2 sections were, I'm like, okay, what? And then I kept repeating bark and burp out loud as I was doing the stitches, and my husband would walk in and he said, do you keep saying burp? And I'm like, yes, it's a brioche pearl.
Love it.
So
I say B-R-K, B-R-P, B-R-K, B-R-P.
It's funny.
Because I don't like to say burp.
Of all the things
I
that
know.
you'll say.
I know. Terrible.
So that's all I brought.
I love it.
I have a little story really quick because I just thought of it and I don't want to forget. So at church today we were singing because it's Christmas time, so we're singing Christmas songs, and everyone was singing Away on a Manger, and my niece Madison was like, no, everyone stop. And she said, it's about drive, it's about power. We stay hungry, we devour, put in the work, put in the hours, and take what's ours. And I just started crying laughing because it was like, okay, good job, Madison. And then it was back to Jingle Bells, you know?
I feel like that should be in your Vlogmas.
I couldn't film.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, that was just a tangent because I had to get that story.
I'm so stunned.
She stopped. She was like, everybody be quiet. And everyone was like, okay, 10 3-year-olds. Oh my gosh, so funny.
That's an incredible story. I'm so glad you said that.
Sorry. Okay.
Wow.
I know.
Amazing.
Such a
Where do you go from there?
Oh, we're not Ambah.
We have
Mic drop.
acquisitions. We have so many acquisitions.
Yes, I think. I'm so stunned right now. That was incredible. What a story. Okay, I have some things. I'm going to show all my acquisitions because they're sitting right here. So I'm going to do that. And then we have stuff people sent us. So
Awesome.
do you have other acquisitions? You brought some Arkansas Yarnco to show and stuff?
I brought one yarn. I've been really good. I'm gonna know by December, but I bought something else to show and
Yes.
a yarn.
So I'm gonna run through some yarn real quick, some fun stuff. Harbor Fibers. I got her advent calendar last year, and she did a Black Friday sale where her yarn was buy one get one free. So you buy a skein of yarn and then she sends you a free skein of yarn.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. I think she's taking a dyeing break, so she was like clearing out inventory as part of it. So I got a mini set and a skein of bulky. So I actually got a mini set and 2 skeins of bulky. One of the skeins of bulky I gave away on my Vlogmas, so I don't have it anymore. But here's the bulky I got. That'll be a hat for sure, probably for me. And then the mini sets here. I ordered this one, and then she sent me a DK mini set, which was interesting, which will probably be DK socks. But that's what I ordered. I love it. They're so good. This one's super speckly, super pretty. I love it. Excuse me. And then I have a few other things. These 2 skeins of yarn I bought like last month from Arkansas Yarnco and forgot to share them in the last podcast, so I put them in this bag so I wouldn't forget. This is her Grinchmas 5.0.
Oh, it's so pretty.
I got it on her high twist brace. I probably won't knit it till next year. I don't have any intention of knitting it this year, but I love it. It's really pretty. Really, really pretty. Last year's Grinchmas was this last year or year before I knit socks out of, so I'm waiting in the ends on those right now. And then this I got for my Christmas socks, but I haven't started it yet. This is Night Owl Fibers in the colorway Cowl in My Stocking. So the same dyer that Kristins knitting with over there, but a very different colorway.
Which, by the way, I almost messed up my magic heel.
Uh-oh.
I almost just skipped right past it.
So funny. Then this month's Yarnable, I put it in this bag so I could show it and then hand it to Kristen.
Yay!
So pretty, very not me, very Kristen. Now she'll have 2 skeins, it's called Grape Crush, and she could do a love note with it.
I think I'm going to.
Yay! Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
And then, Lindsay, my sweet friend Lindsay over there, I'm fixing a sweater for her, so she gave me a skein of yarn as a thank you for switching it. And it's Star Wars. It's mustache yarn. It's a Star Wars colorway. My husband's gonna freak. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cast him on like this week for his birthday.
You have a movie.
Yeah, right? I'll find a movie. I'm in like the Cinemark, that's the movie theater in our town. They're like movie club, and you get points and stuff with each visit. And I'm 2 visits away from premium membership or like platinum or something, where I get like 25% off instead of 20 and like an extra free ticket every month. Nice. So I'm gonna make platinum this year for sure. But that's beautiful. That's for Buddy, 100%. I'm gonna cast that on super soon. that's all of my like personal acquisitions. Then we have some podcast things.
Did you do Vessel Stitch Go?
Yeah. I'm out of breath. Too much talking.
Well, we both got a package from Vessel Stitch Co. Max tried to eat it, but she didn't. So
No, she did. She ate the chocolate out of mine. 100%, and the candy cane. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it came. We opened it on Vlogmas. Both of us did, and I did not bring mine because I'm using it. So Maddie has hers here, except for the extra goodies that came in. So this is December's box. Vessel Stitch Co. is a Stitch Marker subscription box. It's a surprise every month. You get little goodies just like a yarn subscription box. It's super duper cute. Vessel Stitch Co. is awesome. The stitch markers are great.
Ash is awesome.
Yes, Ash is awesome.
She's always supported our podcast, and we love her for that. So this is the December box. There's a reindeer, a Santa, a fruitcake, and a Christmas tree. And Kristin keeps calling the fruitcake a flan.
It's a Christmas flan.
It's a fruitcake. They're so cute. The little Santa especially. I love them. I pulled one off a project and put it back on here to show you guys. So.
I know. I have these other Vessel Stitch Co. They're Christmas lights, so you show those too. Making you work. You're gonna be so skinny.
So cute.
Thank you. But I love these. I've been using them on all my Christmas projects as progress keepers to show where my last spot is. So I love them. They're awesome.
So good.
I bought these last year. And I was really excited. I think I've actually bought them in July.
Yeah, you bought them.
That's when I bought them. Yeah, in summer because I bought the 4th of July ones and was like, yeah. But what else we got? I didn't buy anything.
What?
Lindsay, you go and
I haven't
we'll show our
bought anything.
presents.
Okay. All right, so I went on vacation last month.
Oh, I didn't even get to see all this.
And I only brought one thing.
Oh.
I didn't bring it all. I posted everything on my Instagram.
Wow.
But I went to 3 yarn stores within a week, and that's why I'm not buying anything in December. Because my husband would murder me. But because the girls always talk about Arkansas Yarnco and Lori, I figured I'd contribute to that because Lori was my last stop on the way home. So a few months ago, of course, I love Professor Pearl also.
We love Nicole.
And she did a podcast and she was wearing a hot pink rift sweater. And I couldn't tell you what she talked about in the podcast because I was staring at her sweater the whole time. And I'm like, I need a hot pink sweater. And I immediately texted Lori a screenshot of Nicole and I said, I need a hot pink sweater. Can you dye me a hot pink?
She's like, roller derby.
Nope.
No,
she
different
said
one.
It's brighter than roller derby. And usually I love sparkle and I love Lori Sparkle, but this one I wanted just the color. So there it is. I brought one of them to show because Lori's amazing.
She's so good.
And so I got a sweater quantity worth of this on Yummy DK and she's named it Shockingly. I mean, look how good it looks from back here even. It's just so good.
It's bright. That is so bright.
So I like brights, Kristin.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know. I truly didn't know. I knew you liked blue.
Right.
That was from Lori. Lori told us that she liked blue.
Yeah, blue's my favorite. But you know what? My second favorite color is actually orange. When I had a yarn room, my husband's office is orange.
You painted it orange. I love it.
But I found that I don't love orange so much in yarn. I don't know why. So blues and hot pink or speckled pink is my jam in yarn. And so I was gonna make a rift just like Nicole's, and I didn't come prepared for this. But then the second yarn store I went to on vacation is one of my favorites outside of Houston called Park Avenue Yarns. And they had a sweater, and I don't remember the name, anything, but it has sleeves that stop before here, and it's like a little bit balloon right here. And they had one out in the yarn store, and I'm like, what is that sweater? I've never seen one like it. I have to knit that. And so that's what I'm gonna knit, and I will just text Kristin a picture so she can insert it.
I will.
But I'm really excited about using this yarn. So the only other thing I bought is some snarky stickers because I love snarky stickers. And so let me get closer so you can see them.
They're so good.
This is from Wild Oak Stickers on Etsy. So I like knitting and maybe 3 people. This salty. This one is very me. My brain is like 90% song lyrics.
Love.
And this one, I want to be a nice person, but people are stupid. And that's the one I bought for you. But I thought you would like it. I thought, for some reason when I picked that one, I'm like, I feel like Kristen would like this sticker.
It's true. I actually literally say this to my mom half the time.
Well, there you go.
Amazing.
And then I bought one other for my friend Jessica, and it says Shenanigan Enthusiast.
That's so good.
So that's the only thing I got.
Love it.
Love
That's so funny. Yes, thank you. That's adorable. I'm going to put that somewhere. I want to put it on my car, but come on.
Right.
Also, it's too tiny on my car. No one would
Yeah,
even
it's
know
pretty
that I'm
small.
funny.
You have to be pretty darn close to see that. Okay, so we got a present from our friend Val. They sent us a Christmas present, and they sent over like 4 skeins of yarn and basically told us just like, they all kind of reminded me of you guys to just pick whatever you want kind of thing. So we got a couple mini skein sets for Mandy's makings, and
So
we ended up
cute.
mixing and matching a little bit.
A little bit.
Just one. So this is what I picked. And this like sagey color was in Kristin's mini set. We swapped for her pink.
Yes.
But
Brighter coral. You can send mine.
so the pink and the coral were swapped, but we swapped them, and this was just very much our vibes, which made me laugh. I love it. They're so pretty. So we have those.
Love it. I didn't even know Mandy's Makings did this.
Yeah.
So this is so cute. This one's called Freaky Friday. And again, you had this sagey green just swap with this one, and this one's Freaky Friday.
And this one is Daybreak. And these are in her 75-25 superwash merino and nylon. They're 20 grams each. They're like short, but they're 20
They're
grams.
so cute.
Love them. They're so
we
cute.
should make a project together. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, a
Like
matching.
scrappy
Yeah.
something. Mhm.
Yeah.
Love that.
Love it too.
I kind of really want like a striped musselburg. Do like 5 rows of each color and
Yeah.
like, or even, yeah. Or 10 rows, do the bigger box, whatever. I think
like
that'd be
it.
really fun.
Very cute.
Or even like half the striping and then do a solid on the other half.
Ooh.
So kind of like your cousin knitter one, but
so that you
like,
can,
where you can
mix
have
and
both ways.
match. I like it.
So we'll figure that out. And then
What if we did it spiraling? That would be
Ooh,
too
like
crazy.
helical?
Yeah,
No,
like a
that would be
helical.
fun.
Oh, that would be kind of crazy.
Wait, I love
Way less
that.
ends though. You know, that's what I'm thinking. That's all I care about.
True. True.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good idea. We'll come back to that.
Yes.
We'll figure that out.
So then we got to pick these.
Yes. These are
Fibrelia.
Sock Star sets. They come in 2 matching 50-gram cakes. That's what we got. This is what Kristin picked, and this is what I picked. They're like very like, God, they're so pretty. They're deep colors, and this one has just like hints of like pink and kind of maroony purple, and this one's very much like navy blue and gray and
it's so
beige.
pretty.
They're so cool. So
Such a good. I mean, that's so thoughtful and so sweet. I just can't believe. Thank you so much, Val. And also, we're gonna link Val's channel and Instagram below. They have 1 podcast, I think, maybe 2 podcasts
Yeah,
up
we just
on their
started.
channel. Let's get them to post more.
yes.
Right?
Keep at it. They're so
pressure.
sweet. Right? Peer pressure. That's what we do.
Well,
each day.
I know it really is. Val's Instagram is a treasure. I love seeing their sweaters. They much more crochet than we do.
Yeah.
But love it. So thank
so
you so
good.
much, Val. That's so thoughtful.
I'm
We're
going
very
to open this and show
appreciative.
you guys. It's so intriguing the way that this is packaged. It's like the 2 minis, but then they wrap around so you can see the stripe sequence. But then it's also one of those where it tells you like start here to make them match. So for your whichever friend you have that likes the matching socks, you can do
Yeah,
something like this
yeah.
and they'd be easy to match. Or the
Yeah.
turtle pearl type thing.
Well, and the mustache yarns are
250s.
perfectly matching socks. That's
Yes.
their
I just
thing.
love that. So Val, these are the best, and you will be receiving a return package from us eventually. We need to put something together for a Christmas present for you, friend. So,
Put that in there. What else we got?
We talked a lot.
We did talk for like nearly an hour and a half already.
I feel like a lot of that was just Max barking.
Yeah, if you guys see some weird cuts, it's because the dog started barking louder than we needed.
We're filming in my living room. We usually film in my yarn room. I love this.
Yeah.
But it is like, the couch just gives us more space and all that. And it's prettier when like the sun's up and the windows were open. But then my neighbor walked by and saw us, and I'm humiliated by that.
Yeah,
forever.
we can't look at him
ever again. So, but
Goodness gracious.
so anyway, with we can't really shut Max out of the living room. So here we are. I feel like I had something else I was going to show y'all, and I don't remember what it is, and that's going to bug me.
Sit up a little bit
So-
now. I should have been sitting up the whole time.
I know.
Let's redo it.
Oh my god.
I have a baby seat. You're really just.
And my Snapchat's blowing up. I forgot to turn off my phone, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Real quick, just like,
Life catch up.
I was gonna say like,
Oh.
not office stuff, but like administrative stuff in terms of like the rest of the month. So this was kind of like, we didn't go through like our normal complete podcast stuff, but our next podcast is gonna be after Christmas, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think ideally we would film the day after Christmas, but I don't know if I'll be back in town yet. We're gonna figure that out.
Yeah. It's our 1 year anniversary.
Yeah. On the 31st? No.
I don't know
Isn't it
when
on the 31st?
Something like that. But
We figured this out the other day, I don't remember. But we're coming up on a year, and it's insane. We have over 2,000 subscribers now, which absolutely blows my mind that we hit 2,000 in a year. And both of our personal channels have been growing this month too with Vlogmas, which has been so cool and so crazy. And yeah, I was just being like super sappy to Lindsay about this before we started, of like how cool it is, how much the community has like come around us, and we've got like our own little corner of YouTube, and it's really fun, and everybody's so supportive and kind, and we've just made such great friendships. Like with Lindsay, really, even though we're local and like met through the yarn store, we really, I mean, the podcast kind of brought us together and got us talking and everything, and made you reach out to me about the Kristins Advent, which was super cool. And I just love it. It just makes me really sappy, everything that we've gained from the podcast. So I really love it. Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we love that you're here.
yeah. Now next year you gotta do Vlogmas.
Yes.
Well, I did start my channel
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah?
So it is there. There's no videos yet. I'm hoping the beginning of the year I will start. So it is also Always Yarn First.
Good.
YouTube, Ravelry, Instagram.
I'll
Easy
link
to
it.
remember.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's so cool.
So you can follow me, and hopefully beginning of the year I'll figure something out.
You got this.
If not, I'll be calling Maddie and Kristen a lot for pointers.
You totally can. Absolutely.
You know what's funny is whenever anyone asks me a question, I tell them to go to Maddie.
Even though you do the editing.
would.
I know, well, the editing and stuff like that, that's fine. But people ask me, and I'm like, I'm not really a good teacher. I am for little kids. I was like, as I am a teacher. Like, no, little kids I can handle. Like, adults, not so much. I'm like,
So funny.
you do the thing, and then you do the thing, and then there's a thing. That's how I teach. It's not very helpful.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Life chatter now?
Yeah.
Was that all we had for admin?
Oh yeah. I just wanted. Yeah.
To say thank you. So, we're both doing Vlogmas. It's Christmas time. This is real life, people. It's, I mean, we both are affected by seasonal affective disorder. Well, it's seasonal affective disorder. It's called SAD, you know.
Yeah.
So we're affective disorder. Yeah, we're sad winter babies. You're doing a much better job hiding it than me, but because you couldn't even tell looking at her channel. But
I'm comfortable sharing that with the world as Christmas. I tend to edit that out.
I did today.
Today you should. I mean, feel comfortable sharing whatever, but
I know sometimes it becomes too much. But everybody's been really, really supportive.
Yeah.
We find it super helpful that we can actually be ourselves on
Yes.
camera, which is also something that you'll learn. Sometimes it's really hard to be yourself, and like I feel like the first couple we were all like,
ooh.
"Hi, I'm Maddie."
I don't say cuss words.
No, I never say a bad word. Or like something that doesn't make any sense at all,
I don't have any
Kristen.
mistakes in my knitting.
Yes, I am perfect.
Gosh, it's so pretty.
Aren't they so
So, yeah, we're very busy. We're very tired. We're having a great time. It's Christmas. We have big families.
good. Yes.
We have needy babies all over.
My family's having our Christmas get-together this upcoming Saturday, so less than a week away. I have a pile of presents in my office in there that are being wrapped little by little. The last few things are coming in the mail. I got an email today that one of my presents got delayed to January, which is a huge bummer, but I was able to reroute it to my brother's house, so he'll just get it when it gets here. So I'm just like in the full swing. I'm about to start like thawing out ham and baking pies and doing all that stuff because my family does our, with my immediate family, our Christmas at least a week early. We kind of pick the date about a year in advance, really. So we're doing ours on the 18th because all of us go spend Christmas with our in-laws because that's just what we've decided works for us. So that way everybody can see both sides and all that and do. But I've been like ferociously buying things for my nieces and nephews too. Like it's insane. It's too much. So, but I'm enjoying that and I'm excited and I'll be able to vlog that day, which is really fun. Another perk of doing it early is you guys will get to see all the gigantic shenanigans.
Yeah, I love it.
I think we'll have 15 of us there because all my brothers are coming and all their significant others and Michael's kids, so at least 15.
That's so many. I mean, it's not that many, but it is so many because this week my grandma's coming.
Yes,
my grandma and
tomorrow.
my uncle. Yeah, they're coming. My grandma and my uncle, my mom's younger brother and her mom are coming. So it's my Asian family. So my grandmother is Korean. My uncle is half Korean. My mom's half Korean, obviously. But no, he's not bringing his kids. They're half Japanese and a quarter Korean and a quarter white.
Amazing.
So they're my Asian family. So we're gonna have lots of Asian food. And we're having a Santa Claus party, which we do every year. My nieces and nephews have only ever known one Santa.
Love it.
The real true Santa. He comes to my house. He's friends with my mom. And yes, it's a great time. And it's also my nephew Micah's second birthday. So we're having like a whole party on Friday for Micah's birthday party. And then Santa's going to show up.
At Micah's birthday.
At
so
Micah's birthday.
Cute.
So exciting. So Michael will get an actual birthday party, but then also Santa will be there, and it's going to be really fun. And we think Micah's going to be mad, and he's not going to like Santa because Micah doesn't like anyone. But my grandma will be there, which is great. Eden's Christmas concert got postponed, so now my grandma can see it.
That's great.
It's going to be on Thursday, so if you want to come to Eden's Christmas
I would
on
love to.
Thursday.
Thursday's the art walk, though. So
Oh,
I'm
it
marking that.
is
Yeah.
already?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be so cool. Well, it won't be all night. I can go after.
Yeah, you can do both because it's still 4 to 8.
You should come to the
Or
art
like
walk
5 to 8.
and bring your daughter next Thursday.
The art walk?
Yeah, the art walk in Conway. It's
It's
just like
really, really
downtown. They open the shops so that you can do some shopping.
Okay, I've been to
There's
one
like,
in Little Rock.
Yeah,
There
I mean
are,
it's
like,
a
a lot
smaller.
of local artists that
Yeah.
come and set up booths.
Yeah,
and
there's like
I bought a ton of Christmas presents at the last one.
the clay artist that you love. Yes.
We'll see. We have knit night Friday night.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're coming
if
on
you
Friday.
show up.
I probably won't because that's Santa's party. Damn it! I
Kristen
never
comes to my
go.
night. She hates me.
It's like we can't get it together where I can go. I mean, I will be like 20 feet away.
It's the third Friday of
Yeah.
every month, and I think Kristen at the beginning of the month goes, "Okay, third Friday. What else can I do?"
Yeah, what else
so
can
I'm
I
not
do?
there.
That is
'Cause I
gonna be
hate
yeah.
You showed up at 1.
With my
And
mom.
your mom.
briefly
Yeah, and then I left for a date. So
because it was the third Friday. So.
I know it's terrible.
I'm teasing.
I just wish I could go because that's so fun. But
It is so fun.
I
It is
also
really fun.
am super overwhelmed by group outings. So
Yeah, that's fair.
So I get like, okay, I'm gonna be quiet and weird now, and everyone's like, why aren't you like your normal self? I'm like, because I'm only like that when it's just me and one other person.
Mm-hmm. Or 2 at this point.
Yeah.
So if you're local to the Central Arkansas area, send me a message. I'll send you the info for Midnight Friday.
Can we put a picture of Emily on here?
Yeah.
Y'all
Why
want
not?
to see a super? I have pictures on my phone. This is a super cute baby.
Oh, I'll send you the ones with her in the boat.
Look at her,
She's
so
super
cute. She's so cute. This is
Actually,
Emily
I'll send you a
Lou.
picture of me holding her later.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
there
Because
you
I'm gonna
go.
go do that
If you
right
can,
now.
if you
Yeah.
can, please do. So here's a picture of Emily Lou.
Emily Lou.
She's cute.
My baby.
That's a cute round
I'm
baby.
gonna cry my eyes out when I hold her.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a
Literally, I'm
picture of
gonna
you
bawl.
sobbing with a
Literally.
baby. They're like trying to keep
Snot
the baby.
everywhere.
That's okay. She'll make up for it for you for years, so don't worry about that.
So cute.
I'm so obsessed with her, y'all. She's amazing. I'm messaging Melissa right now to apologize profusely and beg forgiveness. I suck.
Okay, well let's wrap it up so you can go see a baby
Yeah. We will see you guys in a couple of weeks.
after Christmas. So if you celebrate, Merry Christmas,
And happy holidays.
Happy Holidays.
And a happy New Year, but we'll see you before that. I'm gonna be in Memphis for the New Year.
Yes,
I'm
you
so
are.
excited. I'm going to
Yes,
see
you are.
Hamilton on New Year's Eve.
Woo woo.
Woo woo.
Bye.
Bye, friends.
Bye. Okay,
Okay,
here we go.
here we go.
I'm sure Are you
ready?
talking to me? I was waiting.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you this time.
Get them out.
Gotta get them out now.
Yeah, that's right. You had to too.
I want to be a nice person, but people are stupid.
Bye.